Hi everyone, welcome back. This is going to be one of the most important thing when it comes to your funnels, and this section is of course the elements. I will cover these sections individually. So we have layout, text, list, buttons, media, form, e-commerce, device, others, navigation bars, and finally the integrations. So very essential points. The first section is of course going to be the layout and everything to do with. So if we try putting it in here, you can see we have an empty box. I am going to delete this just because when it comes to an empty block, I usually prefer to bring in a empty block here first and then go over to elements, and now I put whatever I need. So the first we have is a container, which is pretty much the same thing. So if we select it, you can see the body is where we started, then we put in a block, then we put one container, and inside it we put one layout, and now we have selected a container inside it. So layering is really important because it determines how things look and appear across all the different devices. Okay, I'll give you an example. So this is one block and I put a title in there with a paragraph. Okay, so here we have if I select this paragraph, you see body, block, container, text. Now this might not make sense at the start and you might think, oh, why do I need to know this? I just want to build my page. This is important because this will affect the way you want to design your page down the line. So if we get two containers here inside, and now the thing is, we can actually put a title and a paragraph inside this too, okay? And look at the difference it has made. So now if we go here, you'll see now it says block, body, block, container, layout, container, container, and text. So it's breaking things down. So this is the text we have. This is the container. This container is contained within this box. And the reason this information is important is because of how this information appears. So an example I can show you is if I go over to this section and we look at something like maybe team members will have it. So we can look at something like team members. If these informations aren't laid out properly, you will see that you might have this name here and this title here, but for this next person, these two things can appear right above it, and that can make it sometimes confusing. So the placing of this is important, and that is why the blocks are important. It's also to keep in mind these are all just columns, right? So if I wanted to have a integration like a box right here, so if I put active campaign right here, and here I wanted a text, so you can see if I wanted an image in here, this image, we can go and have a look how that looks. So you get the image, we get the text, we have the images, then we have the box. If I switch this around, okay, we can't move this, but if we move this up, okay, oh, sometimes it takes a little bit of trial and error. So you can see this now has moved up. So we have the heading, the paragraph, and these images. These actually make more sense in live sites. So one site I can actually, I'll show you my site, which I'm using a lot as an example. So I'll show you this because this is a very good example. If we look at this, it says your education is our top priority, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now look what happens when we go to a mobile. Okay, if we go onto the mobile section, you can see it gets 1 2 3 5 4 6. So now because I haven't done this properly, this has happened, which I do need to go back and fix, of course. Yeah, so sometimes that happened because I didn't place that properly. So this is why these boxes are important. Also, these boxes are important when you want to contain something inside another. So if I wanted to bring this to the center of this box like this, so I would go up, select this box, and now I can do this, right? I can make this in the middle like this. Okay, so this is because when I go here and go up, it's selecting the other things inside this to be in the center as well. So what you can do, you can separate this image from the rest of the thing by doing this, bringing in a container inside that container and putting this inside it. So now when I apply settings, this is the only place, this container will be the only place where this setting is applied to, rather than the whole box like this. That is why something like this is important. This plays a role when it comes to things like logos and buttons. They play a significant role in making adjustments like this. And also if you wanted margins as well, this is where this comes in handy. If you wanted margin for this image but not that text, you wanted to stay like that, these are like fine-tuning designs. That is when these stylable elements really come into place. There is also dividers within these sections that you can place in. If you wanted to select this and configure, you can make it appear dotted. You can select the height of this. You can make it different alignments as well. Most of the time it won't really make a significant difference. You can see dotted. I actually always prefer a solid line. You can of course change the color of this too to whatever color you like. Oh, didn't change, make the change. So if we go up here, there we go. You can also press this and go here to pick a custom color, or copy and paste in a hex code and press OK to apply the change to that color. And then you of course need to press update. That's how the dotted line works. You can also do other things like card readers right here. Most people don't really need them. You can get in tabs as well. So if you wanted one thing here, you can add in another tab usually by doing that. Yeah, if you go here as well, you can select the number of tabs you want. So say I want 5 tabs and go like this, and now people can select which tab they want, so like this, and you can edit them accordingly. Yeah, and then of course we have the collapsible elements, which is important for FAQs. So if we get rid of all of this and you wanted to design your own frequently asked questions, this is where this would come in handy. So usually if you have multiple questions, the first one you would write something like a questions like, are you open on Fridays? For something like a business, the first section you might want it open usually, and then of course you would select this and you would write the text, yes, except holidays. And you can of course edit these settings, which I will show you down the line. And then you can select this whole thing and paste it again. And now you can make spacing adjustments like this. To make it its own separate thing like this, so they stand out. And then you can repeat the exact process. So you can actually select this whole thing if you like and make it double like this, or you can select them individually. Normally I would prefer setting the colors and doing all of the designs first, before copying. That way they're all ready to go, so the same properties remain consistent. Okay, that is the layout section done. Up next is all of the text. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.